Everybody, I thought I'd bring you a review and my thoughts here on the Mechanix gloves, original 4X gloves. Here's your information on the store tag. You want it? Here they are, brand new. This is the 4X model. It's essentially a fake leather palm, and it is thicker. It's still the original, I guess they call them, design still has the back material that you'd find on the standard gloves, which is kind of a good thing for me. I use these at work. I work in a factory as an assembler, so packing boxes, opening boxes, pulling pallets, you name it, and it's happening. So that's why I use these. I will say, they say 4X supposed to last 4 times longer. In a sense, I'm not going to say they're wrong, because I use these. These last about a month for me before they start coming apart, basically. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. And I say that that's about right, because a standard Mechanix glove, the ones that have been around forever, we all know them, those last about a week before I start wearing through the palm area and the fingertips especially, and thumbs even too. So that's these ones, the 4X ones. They cost a little bit more, but in my opinion they're worth it. They're worth a little bit more. So I mean, you can get these online, obviously. I get them at my local parts store. So, but we've all seen the new ones. I mean, they look sturdy, and they are sturdy. This is probably my 5th pair of these since I started using these. They fit really well when they're brand new. They're really tight. Not so tight that you can't work in them or anything. Not that they're uncomfortable. It's a good tight. So, and I will say, if you're buying a set of these and you're not familiar with Mechanix gloves, buy them a little bit snug. You want them when they're brand new to fit snug, not super tight, not, cutting off blood flow to your hand or anything, because that'd be not wise, but tight. And here, in a second, eventually I get annoyed by these tags, by the way, and rip them off usually. Anyway, not that that really matters. But here is why I say that. Because when you use this glove for a month straight, 8 hours a day, 6 days a week, for what I do, they look like this after a month. So, I will say, they say you can throw these in the washer and all that. I do not run these through the washer. I'll run them off in the sink and whatnot to clean them up a little bit. They will come apart a lot faster and if you wash them routinely. But the reason I say you want them a little snug when you buy them is they loosen up as you wear them in. See, now this here, it still fits me very well, but it's not quite as snug as this one. Both are still comfortable and I can still use them, but if they fit a little loose when they're new, you're going to have issues when they get worn in and you're working in them for a while. So I will also say that for a work setting, these can handle some heat for short periods of time. They're not really meant for it, but they can. Because where I work, we mold plastics, and I do handle some heat. Like I said, not for very long. You can't put this glove on, sit there and hold something that's 200 degrees just in your hand for 10 minutes. That's not going to work. But as long as you're quick about it, you can do it. Now, and then I said earlier that after about a month, these start to come apart. For me, anyway. And part of that is because of the way my hands are. So, here is exactly what I mean by that. I'm right-handed, so this is my left-hand glove. This isn't, it's worn, getting close to worn out, I'd say, but it's not coming apart yet. This one, on the other hand, literally, on the other hand, I guess, is. And here is what I mean by that. If you look real close, that's how they start to come apart for me. Or anybody else with long fingers. I guess if you don't have long fingers like me, I guess you probably don't have to worry about it. But this is how, this has been the demise of every pair of these I've had. And it's not just Mechanix gloves. This has been the demise of every work glove I've ever used at work. So, I mean, it's not negatively toward them. It's gloves in general and just the way they do for me. Another thing I will point out as I'm noticing here that this material in this palm, it does wear down. I can feel this one. This one is thicker than this one now, and rightfully so. I've been working in it for the last month straight. I will also say this back panel does breathe a little, but the glove in general will retain sweat in the heat. That being said, when it gets cold, it will retain a little warmth in there too. So overall, I would say these are a pretty good buy. Around here in Iowa, a good set of standard Mechanix gloves, not these ones, run about $20 in the store. These run about $25. So for $5 more, you get an extra 3 weeks of use out of them. That's pretty good in my book. That's living up to their expectations. They do advertise these as being as good as leather. I'm not going to disagree with that, but I'm not going to wholeheartedly agree with that, because it depends on the leather, because that's a whole different animal there. And there's good leather and there's bad leather. So you can get a good set of gloves for an intended purpose, and they will last a very long time, and they will outlast these as long as you take care of them. That being said, for the price, this is hard to beat. That being said, too, I mean, as you saw, I showed you the fingertips on here. This glove is far from worthless now. But I'm retiring it from going to work. I mean, here you can see some of the ink off of our printed product rubbing off. I'm going to save these for working on the cars here at home. Riding my mountain bike, which I ride my mountain bike to work even, so. But I'll be wearing these ones to work on Monday. So. But anyway, there's my thoughts on the Mechanix gloves, the 4X models anyway. These are the original models. They also make them in, these are the black and tan model. They make these in high visibility with like an orange. This black panel here would be orange, and the lettering is reflective. If I worked outdoor construction, that is definitely what I would get, or outdoors in general. I think they also offer them in like OD green or some other, I might be wrong on that one. I know they have the high visibility ones. They also offer these in an impact model with knuckle armor and kind of a guard right here. Those are great gloves. I actually use those for mountain bike racing, but I don't use these for work for what I do, because I'm assembling product into boxes and they snag and it'll damage product. So otherwise, it would be a great choice as well, and it may be for you, just not for me. But anyway, there's my 2 cents on the Mechanix original 4X gloves. Take with it what you will. Hope it is informative to somebody out there. Thank you.